I'm either gonna regret taking on this job and lose $16,872, or I'm gonna be happy and make $16,000. Here we go, and wish me luck.
The basic problem's been going on for 6 years.
Yeah.
Okay? This is the bottom of the floors of her unit and my unit.
Correct.
Okay? The water somehow gets between the floor and the ceiling, and it comes through to the garage in the openings that are available to it.
Okay.
It spreads anywhere in our unit, mostly along the edge. See that opening?
Yes.
It comes in here and comes down this pipe, but it comes into the pipe.
From right here, this hole?
Yeah, wherever that, right there.
Okay. But the water that's surfacing up through the floor seems to be coming from this side here.
Yes.
Okay. And this only happens on heavy rains?
Correct.
Not on light rains?
Not on light rains.
Okay. So you see water coming out of this area here?
Yeah, it'll come quite heavily
Okay.
because it's coming under my floors.
Got it. Oh, you have a swimming pool.
Right. Then it comes out, and there's no staining, but basically it's right about there.
But it's kind of a nice water feature. While you're swimming, you've got this nice
Yeah, you get your own little waterfall, right?
waterfall, yes. Okay, that's not all the leaks. We've got to go now in the units, and I'll show you what we've got to detect here that's causing major destruction, especially to the unit right above me here. But what we're gonna do while we're doing the other walkthrough is, this is the lowest part of the entire structure. We're gonna start focusing and running water to try to activate and find this leak right here that no one's been able to find. Let's see if this door opens up. Yes. Okay, so there's the vent right there on the exterior. I mean, this is completely dry. So how's the water coming from there and no water surfacing on the ceiling, but only surfacing here at the bottom? Just doesn't make sense. Stachybotrys. This is one of the most toxic molds that grows from leaks. Just have to maybe open that up so we can get our heads inside of this area here. Did you do elastic merit coating on the entire wall?
They were supposed to, but they watered it.
They watered it, okay. Oh, I can see. So quick tip here, if you're gonna hire anybody to put an elastic merit coating on the exterior walls, which is a fantastic product, but don't buy your elastic merit coatings at a big box store. They're too watered down, just like she mentioned. You wanna get a product like Sure Coat. It's a real thick elastic merit coating. We've had amazing success with it. That's the type of product you wanna use. It's something that's not watered down to really waterproof the exterior stucco walls. Good tip that you need to know. So Daniel, let's get the water going on this lower portion here. We got to try to find that water that's leaking down into that utility room. So we're going to start at the lowest point. So let's run a bunch of water in the drains here. Pull the grate up. So when it comes to leak detection, you always want to start at the lowest point and then work your way up. Let's focus on trying to trace out how the water's coming here. What's interesting is that there's no water coming down here in this corner. It's only coming down here, but they never see water in the drywall. Only coming from the bottom, which is gonna make it very tricky. So what I like to do, you guys, open this section up so we can get our heads in there and see if we can see any water this way. We got the guys set up to try to figure out that leak in the utility room, the electrical room. Let's go up above and you're gonna see the amount of destruction that this lady's having to deal with for 6-7 months, Dalton?
3 years.
This lady up front?
Yes.
That's a long time.
Some kooks, okay, who are gonna tell you, oh, my unit's leaking up there, this is the, and it's not.
Okay.
They've never said a word to me. You know what I mean? But especially the crazy Russian lady who lives above me.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm okay, thank you very much.
How's it going?
Remember, that's that exterior wall is back there.
Yes, okay.
And she said when the heavy rains came, after they did all this remediation, her wood was never wet. She felt along the wood, but it was dry.
Okay.
That's what she said.
So the water was coming from under?
Yeah, like it does in my unit.
Oh, wow.
This corner, remember the corner?
Yeah.
That's the corner of the building.
So this got all wet as well, huh? All of this area?
Most of the water that I noticed in the bathroom, because here there was carpet, so I couldn't see where it was coming from
Okay.
exactly. But in the bathroom, it came in between the wall and the floor.
Between the wall and the floor. Okay.
Just in the bottom.
Was the carpet wet over here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All the way through, all the way into the middle of the room. I was walking on water.
So Miriam, here's what to expect today. We'll be kind of coming in and out. So it's kind of throughout the day.
I'm not
We're
going
gonna
anywhere.
start in the utility room in the garage, and then we're gonna move to your unit next.
Fantastic.
Okay. Breakfast at 9 is typically what we typically like with
What would you like, Eggs Benedict or?
eggs Benedict, but I want my holiday sauce to be gluten-free.
Got a wise guy.
Now your unit's above the swimming pool.
All the way from that stairwell this
Okay.
forward. This is all my unit. So every place other than the one place for her unit, the garage is leaking is
Look at
below my unit.
Beautiful your place is.
Thank you. All of these floors were destroyed over the 6 years, but now, because I've got the pressboard baseboard, you can see the staining starting.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and the drywall's starting to pop.
Yep. That's because it's coming up after the water flowing.
And when were your floors and baseboards replaced?
21. Before I had replaced the windows, I still had the water coming in. Then I replaced the windows, and yes, there were window leaks, and they came this year, January, February, took everything, resealed it. That did not happen after they
What kind of windows do you have?
Milgard.
Okay, and Milgard was pretty good about coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure about that? Because I'm not.
But the water still continued to come up from the floor.
Okay, so now you get an idea of what we're up against and why the pressure's on. Okay, we've been running this for about 40 minutes. We're not getting any water leaking into that utility room, so let's now move it to this area here. The leaks only occur on a heavy rain, not on a light rain. So it makes this leak detection way more challenging. Okay, let's walk down to the utility room and see if by chance we're getting any water here. Hey, Daniel?
Hey, what's up, Dave?
Yeah, you're right. There's no stains coming from behind.
Yeah, I don't know where the water's coming from then.
Nothing yet.
Okay, so the guys are inside opening up the drywall, so we're not gonna move up yet. We're still on that utility room, but I wanna get these walls opened up where all those baseboards are wet, and then we'll start working our way up. In the meantime, let's come over here. If you could see the hose bib coming out of the garage area, above this area is where she was getting water coming down into the subterranean parking lot there. So that's what we're gonna try to detect right now. Oh, we got our first leak. Okay, so that's the breach right there. Tell them to stop. Yeah, so that's where the stucco, where this pipe's coming out. Okay, so this is where we need to find the next leak, guys. So that's leak number 1, although that's pretty easy to identify. But this one right here is where they're getting water leaking down on those heavy rains. Okay, tell them to move up now. Okay, so you're still injecting the water in the stucco and around that light fixture?
Yeah.
Come on. Not looking too good, you guys. No water yet, right?
No water.
You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit the stucco and right below the window, okay? Louis saying there's water?
Yeah. There's a water.
Okay, let me go in. Let's go in, you guys. Might have already found one leak here going into the unit here. Where do we see the water?
Right here? So here?
Oh, at this elevation.
Yeah. And then
I think you're onto something.
Do you remember when they replaced the windows, did they open up the stucco all?
No.
Oh, so
No.
you know what they did?
I know, they slide them in. They leave the old frame in and slide
Oh,
them
that's
in.
not good. You need a nail fin window.
Nail fit windows are not allowed here.
They're not allowed? Why?
The HOA won't allow the work to be done because you have to cut the stucco.
Right.
And it's a whole different.
But the problem is when you have water intrusion, the retrofit windows is not going to stop the water intrusion from getting into your home. That's the big difference. Okay, that's another tip. I see this all the time. A lot of people get water leaks, rain leaks coming in. They think, oh, it's the windows. So what do? They hire a window company. The window company comes out and they slam in these retrofit windows. And when the rains come, sometimes it takes a year, 2 years later, a big rain comes and those same leaks come in. And then we always get the call, I just spent $5,000 on new windows thinking it was gonna stop the leak and it didn't stop it. Don't just hire a window company. You guys gotta do leak detection first to verify. And if they are the windows, remember, retrofit windows is not going to stop water intrusion leaks into your unit. They have to be nail fin, meaning they've got to cut the stucco and replace the window and put brand new waterproofing around the window, then the new stucco. That's what's going to be bulletproof in stopping the rainwaters going into your unit. Yeah, so you can see the gap here, and they use silicone. A lot of times the silicone just peels away because it's not the right product to be sealing windows in stucco. That silicone ends up not adhering to the substrates, to the stucco, especially elastic merit coatings. It takes special caulking material in order for everything to bond properly. Okay, I got this all opened up now. You can tell this has been long-term damage. Oh yeah, look, I see a little bit of water right there. Daniel.
Yeah.
I want you to hit this upper side and then we'll move to the outside of the window. Okay? So just blast water in the corner here. As you can see, this is completely, I mean, it's a little wet, but it's not like it's puddling up here, and that's what we want. Yeah, the windows seem to be okay. Yeah, so now we're starting on the stucco area. Yeah, we're getting water right here, you guys. Actually, it's coming up from right here. It's coming down. See the water pouring up here? And you see how it's wet up above?
Right.
So it makes sense. See how it's coming right here? See it? See it? See it?
Right. So that's coming through the stucco then.
Yeah, it's between the stucco and the window.
So is that a sealant issue?
Yeah, see it's coming through here now. So that makes sense why the baseboards were getting all wet and why this is all wet. So you can see the water traveling through here, just flowing right in here. As you can see, the shear wall is nice and clean up here, but down here is where the water stains are. So the shear wall's just been taking a beating with this water seeping in. Daniel.
Yeah, what's up?
I need someone to go down in the garage to check that electrical.
I got a good feeling about this.
Oh yeah. There it is, you guys. So one big leak located. Okay, now we gotta figure out how that water's getting in that utility room. And this is that vent in that electrical room. So we're gonna go up above. There's some penetrations here on this rain gutter that we're gonna inject in to see if we can get water in there. This also might be causing this window leak here as well. There's a hole right there, a couple there. Let's see if this goes into that utility room. Run a little water. Let's reenact a little rainfall and see if it runs behind this here. Okay, perfect. Yep. So it does run behind, between that rain gutter and the stucco wall. All right, let's go ahead and inject in that water there, or in that hole. Now, there's probably some of you wondering, well, wait a minute. There's no way that rain is gonna hit those areas with the amount of force that you guys are pumping in. And I wanna let you know that's completely incorrect. You have to think about it. If there's a heavy, heavy storm for 2 days and there's wind for hours and hours, that's what we're reenacting. So to the eye, performing this leak detection, for those of you who may think, oh, there's no way, over hours and hours and a number of rainstorms and wind, you will get this amount of water.
Nothing yet.
Let's inject water right here in the ground. So this is the neighbor's property. And they've got a dirt flower bed running here. This right here is in alignment with the utility room. So we'll go ahead and pump water here to see if any water migration is going into that utility room. We're gonna have to leave this here for probably 30 to 40 minutes. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, man. This whole deck might be compromised.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, look at that. That's all rusted out. This flashing's all rusted out.
This whole thing is built really wrong. Do you see the marks here?
Oh, yeah.
This is water.
Standing water.
They built the sloping so the water goes there.
Yeah.
But so far, it has not come in through the doors.
Oh, yeah, it's coming up. It's bubbling up. That's pretty much a light rain is what we're replicating there. Is not really a heavy rain. Okay, guys, what's interesting, water seeping through the stucco. See, it's not even coming from above. The stucco right here, and then it's leaking down here, and that's what's coming out, affecting the inside of our walls, drywall damage, and the water soaking up our carpet. Look, here's another leak. Here's another leak, you guys, right here. Look at that. And it's not coming from the window. Hey, I think I found a stucco leak. Right below the corner of the window, just hit the stucco. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I start to see it seeping through.
A few moments later.
Oh, look at this, you guys. It's flowing, Dalton. Look at this. Oh, it's flowing. Look at this water. Okay, we gotta go get a vacuum, soak this up, and do another retest to confirm. Yeah, it's coming in right here, you guys. Okay, so now we're gonna move to the outside to make sure that there's no water intrusion inside her bedroom wall on this side and bathroom side. All right, so while they're checking that wall, let's go down in that utility room now that we've injected a bunch of water in that flower bed and the next door neighbors. Oh, we got some water. We got some water, you guys. Look at that. Look at that, right there, right? And that's the wettest spot too. See, and then it's starting to come over here and it's settling right in this area right here. So what's happening, you guys, the flower bed's over there. The water is just following the least resistant path, and then it's coming up in this area right here because this is the lowest spot. To be honest with you, I didn't think we were gonna find that one because there's no water stains up above, there's no water stains on the walls, there's no water stains in that pool room. So that's what gave me the idea to pump water in that flower bed because that is at the same elevation as that utility room. And I understand water migrates the least resistant path, and then it'll come up in cracks or crevices, and that's what's going on right there. So guys, we found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think we're like 5 to 6 leaks now. Things are looking good, but we're still having to deal with that swimming pool one, which is right in the middle of that front unit. Like, there's no toilets, there's no decks, there's nothing there. That one's gonna be challenging, and I'm gonna have to suit up for that one. I'm not getting wet today.
And that's slanted and everything, guys. That's not safe. That is very dangerous.
Thanks again, Parcel Safety, for giving us the proper suit for contamination, and in this case, getting in this swimming pool. I hope that ladder is tall enough, guys. Almost. So here's the pipe right here. My head barely fits. Oh, wow.
Don't try this at home.
There's a drain pipe that's leaking. Can you have it? Let me show you guys. It's an old rusted drain. I don't know if you can see it, but right in that area there. Thank you, Parsley. Thank you. You see how important that was to get up there? Now I know exactly where that water's coming from. All of that concrete, there's no stains, no signs of water moving from that wall that she's claiming. That pipe is the only thing that's compromised, and that's what's dripping. So I think it's a coincidence that when it rains, she's getting that. Now that could be a storm drain, or no, there must be a shower over here. Unless it's a deck, but I don't think so. But anyhow, now I know exactly what's going on. That's why we have to go through the extreme in getting access, especially with a hole already there above the swimming pool. So I'm glad I did it. 1 hour later, we're still hitting water on this side and nothing going inside the unit. So this side is fine. That unit is flooding. All came from this side and this corner right here. So we're not getting any water from this exterior wall right here.
Okay.
It's all coming from the stucco, the window, and that flashing.
The CCNRs say windows are completely the responsibility of the homeowners. We had the opportunity, remember, when the building was painted, if you wanted your windows caulked.
Well, I wasn't told. I would have told him yes. I wasn't told.
Okay.
Because I know that Dawn, when I moved in, had all the windows caulked.
Okay.
Every year. So I didn't know all of these things. I never.
All right. Anyway,
So the CCNRs state that the homeowners are responsible for the windows.
Right.
The common area is considered the stucco wall.
Our legal firm has told us that under California law, if the building has done regularly scheduled maintenance to the exterior, if water comes in or the unit is damaged, the HOA is responsible for repairing the exterior. The homeowner is responsible for repairing the interior.
But this was not done a long time. The outside.
Right. Most of the water damage, 98% of the water damage, came from the lower flashing.
Right.
That's the significant amount of water that caused the damage.
Right.
Now, for the mold in this wall, if you had mold in this upper wall, it's going to be from the window area. But the damage to the floors...
It's only on the floor, the mold.
Well, we already paid for the remediation work.
Okay,
And we're not
okay.
asking her to pay for the remediation
Good,
work.
okay.
That has nothing to do with it. That we knew we had to get in there and get the
And
mold
get it
out.
done, yeah.
And get it dried out right away. It's going to be up to the law firm to tell us whether the work that we've done each year is considered our regularly scheduled maintenance and we've met our responsibility.
Got it, okay.
If we have, then this repair work and the repair work that now I have in my unit is my responsibility. The HOA now, I'll step and put the HOA hat on, we're responsible for repairing the exterior, not the windows, but the exterior.
Correct, okay.
So that's where we sit right now.
Okay.
But the only problems I see with that is if the roof was checked and everything was great, nothing was done on my balcony. And I know that the water used to come, and I've mentioned a few times, the water is laying right there next to my house.
Yeah.
Nothing was done about it, because you can see nothing was done on that floor. That means doing the work hasn't been done on that part.
Right.
Then it's not that the building hasn't been taken care of. It has, but...
This one particular area, yeah. Okay. What needs to happen is whoever does the waterproofing on the outside, we need to come back out and do another post-leak test to confirm. Then once we give you guys clearance, you're good to go with to put your walls and stuff back.
Okay. I've lived this way without a toilet, without my bedroom. I'm a sick woman and I just don't know if it's going to take years. And I don't want it to take years because I will have to take a lawyer. There was water all the way around here. I called her. She says, Oh, it's coming in from the window? You have to pay for a new window. I said, okay, bring me a window guy. This water has been coming in for 2 years. That's why I didn't want to talk to you. But
Now,
she is
did it-
one hell of a... She's a new president. She had a leak, I think, by the window in her wood. She fought so long that we paid $25,000 to fix her unit. This is costing $5,000, she says, and they won't pay for it. I have to pay for the interior. Why did I cause this? When I moved in, we had a president that was absolutely wonderful. She comes in, this is what we get.
Where were you hitting you were hitting that corner right there, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and hit that crack then on the stucco. There you go. Okay, so we're running water in a small little hairline crack in the stucco. And you can see right here, getting some water. So we're gonna open up this shear wall here a little bit to look inside to verify how it's getting in. Okay, so it's not the stucco. It just seems like it's coming from this bottom plate right here. Nothing in here that's leaking. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a tape measure, go from here to the bottom, and then go outside and see if we can figure out if there's a breach below this on the outside. So you can see right here is a hairline crack going in, and then this is the floor level right here. So this area here's got a breach in it. Crack goes right here, right up in the middle of that window there. So this is the issue. Boy, I was stressing out on that one. We've been here probably an hour and a half just to get that right there. So you gotta be patient when it comes to water leaks. Hairline crack right here, that's where we've been putting the water. So it's gonna be the stucco here on this one. Inject the water in that hole that I found by the gutter. There you go. Okay, here we go, guys. Okay, it's starting to come. Starting to come. Oh, it's building up there too. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, that's the big leak right there, for sure. And it's traveling all the way through here. Now we're starting to get a puddle. Let me show you exactly where that breach is in the stucco. It's a great find. 6 years, you guys. They've replaced all the windows, did elastic merit coating, and she still has had this leak. She's had plumbers out here. She's had other leak detection experts out. And one plumber recommended us, I guess, telling her that they've seen some of our videos and that we're the ones to really be able to identify these leaks here. But check it out. There's a hole right behind this 45 right here. Put the water. So we're injecting water right there. And it was traveling underneath this window like this. So you can see how much water, we dried all this out. See, look at all the water in here. Right. And it's flowing that way and it's flowing this way.
Right.
Okay, right here. Look at this water. The reason why you're getting all the stainage way over here
Is it's flowing underneath.
it's flowing, it's building up. There's a little bit of a hydrostatic water pressure, and then it starts to absorb. Oh, look at the water here. Huh? Yep.
See,
Oh, yeah.
that's where it was coming out.
Yep. See, the reason why it was building up here is because there's a big hole right here in the wood, so it was piling up right here. It was building up here and then flowing out. So that picture you showed me with the water puddle, this explains it.
I had no water over on this side.
There you go. Okay, well, the guys are working in the master bedroom. We got to go to unit 301. He's getting a little impatient. He said he's been waiting for us all day. That's part of this leak detection process. When you live in a condominium complex, there's no guarantee for us to give you a specific time just because of all of the steps. Hi, how are you? One is in the skylight, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just one day was leaking, then after that it didn't leak.
It didn't leak anymore?
No.
Okay. But here is the problem.
Yeah.
Over here, right?
Yeah, here and then here.
Yes, this area though.
Yeah.
Okay, so Luis, when you guys come, we'll build a critical barrier like this. Plastic, protect the floors.
Cut this too?
No, we're just gonna open this area. Yeah.
Then you put the plastic.
Yeah, then we put the plastic so you don't get the dust in. But we don't do the wall patching. That's up to the condominium regime. So let's go up on the roof here and see if we can locate this area. She was a sweetheart. Okay, so let's go up on the roof here. Woo, it's bright. So we looked out her window. Those are the two pipes, about a foot forward. So this is her wall, about right here somewhere. So it looks like they came up here. They put another layer of elastic merit coating on top of this. So it's gonna be right in this area right here. Okay, and then this is her skylight for her bathroom. But she says every now and then it'll have a drip, nothing big. And this all looks to be okay. Right here's a soft spot. Yeah, right here, buddy. And this is in line. Right there. So this is the master bedroom. God, it's all wet. Look at that. Look at that. God. Let's just cut a square right here, right around this damaged area. It's compromised. Oh, you're afraid of mice and rats? That would not be fun if you had a rat come in. I deal with rats a lot.
Oh my God, I can't handle it.
I'll put a piece of cheese inside the ceiling so the rats stay up. I think what's happening, this seems to be more wet on this side. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's 100%, right? Because we're getting a lot of water from those other rooms. I think it's just flowing down here. Because we've been...
Breaks up the drywall.
Yep, that's what it's doing, man. We have been on this window Daniel's been on the window for the last hour and a half. Nothing. Okay, so what we're gonna do is build a containment here, stick a dehumidifier to extract all that excess moisture out of this plywood here, get this bone dry. That way she doesn't have any secondary damages later on. Okay, the last leak, it's up on the roof. Let's see if I'm right.
Might as well put Elmer's glue on it.
Yeah, really. So we're gonna inject water there. Hey, Luis, you there, Luis?
Almost there.
Okay, let me know when you're ready. We're gonna start injecting water in this area.
Driver's side.
Did you ever see water dripping when it rained?
No.
You never saw that? Only a water stain, huh? Yeah. I'm not seeing any water stains through the roof here. Did the backside of the drywall have any stains?
Yeah.
It did? Well, we've been up here 45 minutes, really pushing this water, and there's no leak. So after we opened up the ceiling, looking at the wood has no signs of any leaks. So it must have just been an old leak a long time ago. Yeah, still no water seepage. Completely dry. So this is probably an old leak back in the day. Okay, so now the hardest part is done. We found all of the leaks that have been affecting this building structure for many, many years. So now we move into phase 2, which is going to be all of the dry downs. We're going to set up heat drying equipment, extract all of that excess moisture, all the wood, do a treatment to prevent mold, and then whoever they hire, we're going to recommend that they do a post-leak test to confirm their work is not leaking. That's super important. Anytime you hire somebody to do waterproofing, after you've identified where the leak is, make sure they do a post-leak test. This will save you major frustration in the event their work is not up to par. I see it all the time. We took a lot of videos of each of the areas, so we documented everything.
Okay.
And
Put an X marks the spot.
that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean outside, so I mean, I'm not kidding. I mean, so I can actually see the spark.
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
I have a Sharpie
Yeah, I mean,
to mark some of the areas.
nothing,
Yeah.
just to mark them so we can see.
Yeah.
It's okay to write on the building little tiny
It's
things.
gonna have to be painted
Yeah.
when it gets
Okay.
Yeah.
waterproofed anyways, so.
You happy with our work today?
Yes, you guys did a great job.
Well, we found the leak, so it looks like I'm getting paid. We still have some work to do. Still got to come back and deal with all the remediation, but I'm just glad the hardest part is done. Anyhow, hopefully you like this type of style of content. Leaving your comments if you do, and hit that subscribe button. We better see you on the next one.